Esau is a so-called white man, but he is not the ancient and the original Europeans. He settled there and he was located there when he traveled with our ancient ancestors under the empire that David and Solomon ran while we were still in power. But the original Europeans are the Japhethians, the descendants of Japheth, and they inhabited ancient Greece. And the name of that land, I don't have a map or my map in front of me, but the name of that land was called Jovan, which was the descendant from Noah through Japheth. If you give me Genesis 10 and 2, I'll go ahead and read up on that a little bit. This is the original Europeans, which were black people, so-called black, dark melanated peoples. Let me say that. Dark melanated peoples that inhabited ancient Europe. They were not white people, but they were children of Noah that migrated north from Asia Minor all the way across to Sicily. But go ahead and bring that out, Genesis 10 and 2. Or you can start at 1.
Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood.
This is after the flood. So this is the sons. These are the people that came out of the boat after the flood, after the Most High destroyed all life from planet Earth. Go ahead.
The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madiah, and
Javan. So Javan settled in that area, and he had descendants, and they were called the Minoans, Cretan Minoans, and they were the ancient peoples living in ancient Europe. And there's a book called The Cultural Library, Volume 7, Great Events in World History by Edmund A. Brown. And it brings it out between the years 2000 BC and 1400 BC. While we were in Egypt around that time as slaves, dark-skinned, brown, melanated people thrived from the area Asia Minor through Sicily. And they were described as brown-skinned. Through the research, through the historians, described them as brown-skinned, kinky, curly-haired people, not white, but brown. Not so-called white or red, but brown people. And they thrived. They weren't dependent on destroying the earth in order for their survival. These people thrived, and they were brown people. They weren't Shemites. They weren't of our stock. They're still Gentiles, but they were brown people. We know that all peoples of the earth was brown. Not white, not red. The Edomites traveled. That's how they got up there. They traveled with us as our servants, our workers, our laborers. They traveled with us, and that's how they migrated. That's how they got around. We hired them. Because why? We used them as they were amongst us, and we dealt with them. There was laws on how we dealt with them that we followed. We didn't just deal wickedly as Esau.
Followed us.
Right. We fought that we had one law for the Israelites, and for the strangers. So that let you know that we had strangers amongst us. We didn't just cast everybody off. We had our slaves, and we used them. Why? Because they had their talents. They weren't like our talents, but they had their talents. And their greatest talent where they were ruthless, savage monsters that didn't have any conscience about carrying out orders. You tell them, go murder him, go kill him. He's going to do it. He got his wages, he's going to go do it. Just like your supervisors in your job today. Most of those people are downright ruthless and cutthroat. And whatever the boss say to do, they do it. And that's how Esau was. The Edomites. They do whatever we say. They kill on command. And they were great soldiers because they didn't hesitate. We get 1 Samuel 22, verse 17. We're going to flow through 19. Because it's very dangerous to buy into this doctrine that he's pushing about how it's not about race. We're sorry. We love everybody. Let's gather together. God loves everybody. All's forgiven. And we just want to make things better. We just want everybody to get along and be happy. That is a dangerous, satanic doctrine that Esau is dealing with, he developed, and he's dealing with, and he's pushing. Do you think that when he was doing his colonizing, he went and saw these people and just went through there and just started killing and slaughtering people, just coming with the sword? No. He came nice, smiling, bearing gifts, nice guy. Who can not like Esau? He just seemed like such a good guy. And he perpetuates this same doctrine over and over and over and over again, and we keep falling for it. Stop thinking it's not about hate. It is about hate. He hates you. He wants to perpetuate his kingdom and rulership and lifestyle and his luxuries here in America. That's why he don't want anything to change. That's why he's trying to be nice. He didn't just start being nice because he's a nice guy. No, he's a demonic, satanic demon. And it's not just, and he's hateful, and he hates you. And when he comes with this so-called, we want to be nice now, we want to bring gifts, we want to bring resources to the community, we want to uplift and help black people, don't fall for it. And know that anything he gives you is not like the brother over here giving you something. We can say, oh, the water, good looking out. Because it's not good looking out. He cannot repay what he owes. He cannot do anything he does will never be enough.
1 Samuel chapter 22, verse 17.
Read.
And the king said unto the footmen that stood about him, turn and slay the priests of Yahweh, because their hand also is with David.
Go ahead.
And because they knew when he fled and did not show it to me. But the servants of the king would not put forth their hand to fall upon the priests of Yahweh.
Now you hear that? The king had a spirit on him to kill holy, righteous servants of Yahweh trying to do us right. That's the spirit that the king of Israel had on him, which was Saul. And he told righteous brothers that was serving in the military, kill these priests. So if the Most High tells you to kill these innocent, not only innocent, but righteous people, do you have it in you to do that? As a black, so-called black man, as a Hebrew Israelite, as a follower of Yasha Allah, even as a wicked Israelite, you still ain't gonna have a heart to do that. You're not just gonna directly go to righteous, holy ministers of Yahweh God Almighty and put the sword to them. It's not in you. Only reason you putting the sword to your brothers and sisters is because you under a curse right now. That's the only reason we display hate to one another, because we didn't do that. That's a curse. We never were like that, and we don't even have it in us to be like that. So we didn't have it in us to go ahead and murder the priest. That's not killing like the brother brought out in Deuteronomy, in Exodus chapter 20, when he was bringing that out. Not killing, but murdering. Why do we call it murder? Because it's innocent blood that's being shed. Now, if somebody die in combat, that's killing. But if somebody innocent, like a child, gets so-called killed for no reason, that's murder. And you are a monster, a beast, and an animal for doing something like that. Go ahead, read.
And the king said to Doeg, is it Doeg?
Doeg.
And the king said to Doeg, the Edomite.
The Edomite. Okay, go ahead.
Turn. And he fell upon the priests and slew on that day 75 persons that did wear a linen ephod.
Did you hear that? That did wear a linen, a holy, just the garment alone sends chills through my body. To know what Yahweh commanded for the priest to put on their body. Just the garment alone has me thinking like, wow. I would love to see a garment that Yahweh feels is special and righteous and holy. That he says, this is the style right here. Not that Esau or anybody else think it's cute. This is what Yahweh said is wonderful. And these holy, righteous brothers wearing these wonderful, righteous linen. What kind of fabric?
Linen.
Linen fabrics.
Ephod.
The ephod. These priests is wearing these special garments. I couldn't have it in my soul. I don't care how many lifetimes I go back. I would not have the gall to lift my hand towards the prophet, the servant, the priest of the Most High. This is not priest as in priest like priest Inah, priest Karash, priest Awam. This is priest as in Kahan in the ancient Hebrew. The servants of the ministers of Yahweh, not the ministers of the servants of the people like we are. We serving this word to the people. But these priests were serving the almighty power of Israel, the person that sustains your very existence. As soon as he take a day off, all life just ends that moment. As soon as he take an instant off. That's who they serve. Go ahead.
And Nob, the city of the priests.
The city of the priests, go ahead.
Smote he with the edge of the sword.
Who he killed?
Both men. And women.
Go ahead.
Children.
He killed my little babies, man. This Edomite, who you want to be friends with, this is what's in him. Go ahead.
And sucklings, and oxen, and asses, and sheep with the edge of the sword.
So he didn't have no problem killing the holiest people on the planet at that time. This is what's in this beast. But this is worse than a beast. This is a monster. He would kill children. Can you meditate on that for a second if you would? This monster would kill a child. My 2-year-old son, he would kill. No, let me, Salak, I stand corrected. I'm going to correct myself. He murdered my innocent child. And don't just read this verse in the Bible and think, oh, he did that back then. That's what happened in the past. It's okay. No, that was you. Because we believe to be true through extensive study and research that we are those people. That we are those generations. That we came back. That was me. I was that little kid watching this big, red, hairy, stinky monster lift his sword and take me out. I'm lifting up my eyes. What's your son's name, Ak? Yeshaya? Yeshaya, the terror. Can you imagine the terror that Yeshaya is looking at? And your grandchildren. This is the kind of beast that we still living in this world with today. Esau. And you want to be his friend? And then you want to hate your brother? Following this satanic monster. You're going to lift up the sword against your brother. But like I said, it's the curse that we're dealing with back in Deuteronomy 28:54. So you get a little bit of a slide there until you wake up and come into the knowledge. Because our people are dealing with a deep sleep, almost a retardation. It's almost like you got a mental block. Like the scripture said in Romans 11, you're blinded. You have eyes, but you can't see. You're dealing with a spirit of slumber. And this is who is setting the agenda against you and his system. This is whose system and whose system of oppression we're under right now. Esau.